100% Chelsea. Bournemouth 4, Chelsea 0. Me and Lewis were outside the stadium. We're just leaning against the fence because that's kind of how the performance felt today. I actually don't know how to feel. Don't know if I'm just empty, angry. I don't know. Just numb.
I don't really know either, to be honest. Like, looking at that game, I thought going into half-time, we weren't finding players in the final third, it's usual, but I thought we put a pretty strong side out. And I was thinking, looking at that team, we should be beating them. First half wasn't that bad. It was just we could not get the ball to the front three in the final third. That was our only...
Sorry, but that's the same story every fucking week. It's not an excuse.
I know it's not an excuse. And now's the first time where I'm thinking, all right, sorry, you've got the striker. What do you plan on doing now? Because this could be a big turning point. Because you saw, for example, the reception when Higuain got subbed off. You heard the Chelsea fans chanting, you don't know what you're doing to Sarri. Fans are starting to turn on him now. And now I feel Sarri needs to either come out and show some sort of thing that could clarify a situation to Chelsea fans, or we might need to see some sort of change.
Well, he needs to adapt what he's going to do. He showed his cards after the Arsenal game saying, this is a disappointing result. Players lack motivation. Excuse me. What's he going to do which is different? I'm not talking on the pitch because we all fucking know that ain't going to change. It's the same every week. But what's he going to do that's different in these press conferences, do you reckon? Well, how do you think he's going to address the situation? Because he needs to sort out his PR, doesn't he?
I don't even know what I'd say after losing 4-0 to Bournemouth.
I'd say we were shit. Sorry.
All I'm thinking, right, is I'm looking at this from Sarri's point of view, but I'm also looking at it in the case of this. We've been poor, like I said in fan camps before, we've been poor in transfer windows for so long. Look at the quality that you can bring on. There is barely... We brought Willian on, and then he just proceeded to put 2 corners straight into the first man. Dead crosses all over the place. Fucking left centre mid. Kovacic is too safe. We need Loftus-Cheek starting there now. We need someone who will go past those strikers, take some of the pressure off them. Because right now all you do is you put 2 fucking centre-backs on the striker, and that's it, they're done. We couldn't find Higuain today. We simply could. He was making movements as much as he could, but he only could do what he could do. When it came to crossing, Emerson, poor defensively and offensively today. I thought Azpilicueta, the crossing from him today was dreadful too. It's just going straight into the leg of another Bournemouth player. And when it comes to shots that we're taking, half of them are going straight at the goalkeeper. We're seeing too much of the same mistakes. And you'll look at Sarri, and Sarri will look at the players and say, the players that we have aren't good enough. What are the board doing? We said we weren't going to get rid of Cesc Fabregas until we got a replacement. Fabregas had the game at Nottingham Forest, then was apparently back at training because we couldn't get one of Barella or Paredes. Now Paredes is off the. There's no chance of getting Paredes. I don't really know what's happening with Barella, but we're slow. That's the problem. If we're slow in the market, what can the manager do?
So I agree with everything you said. I think that the substitution thing is big, and obviously I've been one that's saying we need a plan B. And look, obviously with the players we've got, it's not exactly going to be the most elaborate plan B, but it comes down to stylisation, it comes down to tactics. We've said on several occasions this season already, substitutions were too late. You said it, I saw you said it earlier. Substitutions were too late. In-game management was poor. This. And it's the same stuff that keeps cropping up. Who's going to make this guy change his mind? I'm not going to sit here and go Sarri out, because that's ridiculous. It's too reactionary. I know we've lost 4-0 to Bournemouth. I know we lost 3-1 to Tottenham. But he needs to adapt his style. He does. There's no doubt about it. You can't just do the same shit every week and not expect to get suffocated for it.
But then that also turns to players and say, because Sarri always likes to play his strongest 11. Do you think it's also a case that maybe the bench is barely anything we can put on? You can swap Kovacic for Barkley, but it's not like Barkley's any better. You can swap Pedro for Willian, but I don't think Willian's going to be any better. You can swap Giroud for Higuain, but I don't think he's going to be any better. Depth ain't there. And the reason why I'm sticking with Sarri is because Klopp's first season, Liverpool were getting piped everywhere. Fucking Guardiola's first season, again, piped everywhere. We just lost 4-0 to Bournemouth, Sarri's first season. Everyone asked last season for an attacking brand of football. Sarri's trying to bring it and he needs time. Yeah. And like what I'm with Klopp and Guardiola, we're going to get battered and it's going to be frustrating like the first few weeks. And I fucking hate that we lost.
But they also had plan Bs.
yes, they also had plan Bs. This is where every manager has their weaknesses. But is the board supporting him?
It's true. It's true.
That's the thing. Marina, fair play, because she can get some decent deals done. But we take too fucking long to get them over the line. And things have changed from last year in the case of even when we're losing, I don't think we're losing as badly as we did last season. But even in the case, Bournemouth battered us a year ago to the day. I think it was deadline day, so it's like 364 days. 3-0 we lost away to them at the Bridge, and now we're losing 4-0 to them at home. Things are changing, but there's still a lot that needs to change before we're going to be at that level. But it's hard to say where we go forward from this. Huddersfield has now got much bigger because Huddersfield will probably do the same thing that Southampton did. Sit deep and hit us on the counter because it works. So I want to see how we change up going into that game. I want to see if we play the same style of football or if it's different. And if it's different, more questions maybe need to ask, but it's all looking about that game.
Exactly, I agree. But I mean, it's funny you mentioned that. 11 men behind the ball and counter-attacks. Funny, I said that a few weeks ago, didn't I? But, I was called stupid for saying that then. But, look, I think the big question is, obviously, you're sticking with Sarri, and it's all well and good us saying, look, let's see what happens. It's the first season, all this stuff. But if results carry on like this, the 3-1 to Tottenham, the 2-0 to Arsenal, 4-0 to Bournemouth, that's 3 games already where you're looking at it going, people are asking questions. And a lot of people in the stands were asking questions. I counted 6 people saying Sarri out. 6. And that was after the second goal, not after the third. So it's kind of a case of, it's all well and good us saying it, but if he doesn't deliver, for example, if he doesn't deliver on top 4, if he doesn't deliver on maybe 5th in a trophy, or he doesn't deliver on just a general improvement on last season, we all know what the Chelsea board are like. Do you think they need to come out and say something, or do you think they need to just work hard and silently, but just make sure that stuff gets done? If you're in the position right now thinking about it, what do you think is the realistic thing that's going to happen at Chelsea Football Club? Because it's like we always say, it's all well and good us saying we should give him time, but they might not.
I would want us to bring in someone who would give Jorginho a break, because Jorginho's the only player that we have that can really play in that position. We tried Ampadu, and there's been questions asked about it. Kovacic, I feel like, could do it because he's strong, he's a safe passer, he doesn't really like taking risky passes.
He's the same as Jorginho.
More or less, but he's stronger, which means he's press resistant, which is why I wouldn't mind seeing him as a replacement. But you take a look at where we can go from it. Here's the thing. Everyone wants stability at Chelsea. And what Abramovich wants is for us to play an attacking brand of football. The one thing I'm saying is this is going to take time. And I remember I said when we lost 1-0 Spurs the first leg, this is going to be a very frustrating couple of months. But if we can get top 4, and if we can hopefully get a trophy on top, it's not a bad first season. Right now, the number one thing we need is top 4. Because if we don't get top 4 again, Hazard's gone. And you think performances like that are bad, imagine if we haven't got Eden Hazard. And we've got to rely on Pedro and Willian. No offence to them, they've been great servants for us, but they're the 2 oldest wingers in the Premier League. And also Hudson-Odoi, who didn't start today. I don't know if it's an injury or if it's him on his way to Bayern Munich.
That's another thing to talk about. Callum Hudson-Odoi. What's the bollocks going on with that?
Apparently on Twitter it was an injury.
Apparently on Twitter it was also a case that he was being punished.
That's the thing, I ain't got a clue. I'm hoping it's an injury. If it's punished, then if it's him being punished for wanting to leave, then this is only going one way, isn't it? And if it goes that way, then that's another youth player that's gone that we really could do with and has the potential to be a world beater in a couple years. But yeah, shit's frustrating, isn't it?